Alright, now, I can only throw out things for you on that, right? Now, I'm worried that Sheena might have did something stupid if she got pregnant, right? Now, she's on the ship, the Shenandoah, heading to, I think she said France or London or somewhere last time she wrote me, when she broke up with me, right? Or somewhere like that, right? And I'm thinking, okay, right, at that time, right? And I'm still trying to figure out why she's breaking with me because I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. So I'm writing her about my life in Georgia, telling her about the church I went out to, Pastor Davis and all that, right? To a point too, right? I'm talking to her normally, right? Well, then she's, about the time I heard the voice, that's when about a week or two after that, she's breaking up with me, right? So that's all I know for sure, right? On my side. Now, in the letters, I mentioned pregnancies, things like that, because I know we had sex, right? And I was talking about maybe getting married if we got married at the port and things like that. That's what I was talking about, right? Now, I only got like 2 or 3 letters from her anyway. And I wrote her an initial letter as I left port. And I put stamps on it, right? And then the guy told me I didn't need to use stamps and can write as often as I like because it's shipped to ship, right? So I started sending her the Bible studies from the church, right? And the Bible studies just tell the Pentecostal point of view, I guess, that Pastor Davis learned in his ministry, right? Now, even though he was a wolf in sheep's clothing, he's teaching the Pentecostal ministry, the Pentecostal message anyway. And she said she was Pentecostal too. I know. There's different types, don't get me wrong, right? So I was trying to form a connection with her, right? And I was trying to be a good boyfriend, right? That's all I know how to be, really. Now, I don't mean you can't do me wrong and confuse the hell out of me. But Mary Bell's afraid of someone, I guess, right? But I don't think it's me. I don't think it's you. She knows I'm not violent. I know. But like I said, if someone is violent, right, and trying to hurt her too, or trying to interfere in our relationship, right, or trying to hurt me after I'm with her, I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but everyone I used to be with, I haven't seen in a long ass time. No. Now, none of my stories are made up. That's what I remember happening. Now, the only one who can confirm it is the person I was with, right? And like I said, you're with different people differently too, depending on the situation there too, right? And not only was I trying to win her back to a point, I also knew I had to move on from her either way. When I got back to port, that's when I started trying to move on from her too, right? Now, I was still trying to communicate and figure out what happened, right? In case you what, I got pregnant, right? Because, again, someone, and I don't know who, being her king, on my ship was always holding out that I was gay or trying to get me off the ship, I think, through a dishonorable discharge. But I wouldn't do what they wanted me to do, right? I know it. Usually they're trying to code red me or whatever, right? Now, I don't remember being coded red, but that's, I'm just hoping that didn't have to happen either. But I do know Ben was resenting me and King was the leader of the pack, right? Because of his electrocution, right? And like I said, if you can't work in your field and you have no prior electrical experience before you get to the ship, right? Just a little bit of heating, just a little bit of duct work for an air conditioning guy, right? And general electrical knowledge for a home, but you have 0 for a ship. Like I keep telling King, I don't even know what breaker to fucking turn on if you're behind the fucking breaker box, dumbass. And even if he hung the red tag, why would I turn it on? Or off. That wasn't what Lieutenant Guzman told me to do, and you won't hear that, motherfucker. Here's your problem, right? Because you didn't ask Lieutenant Guzman or me what happened, you build up your own delusion in it, right? And that's the problem, right? It don't matter what I say to you, right? You done made up your mind, right? When someone makes up your mind, no matter who they are, right? No one can change their mind, not even them, maybe, right? That's another problem, right? If King still wants to blame me for his electrocution, when I didn't even have the knowledge to know whether he was where he was at, if the red tag was signed or not, even if I was to turn on the record, I wasn't know what he was doing until I got behind and saw where he was at. Stupid, right? That don't even seem to make sense to you. You're wacko, right? You're a danger to your shipmates because you're not doing your job right in the first place. Not me, not you. Now, who do you want to blame, right? Anyway, the new guy who didn't know jack shit was told by Lieutenant Gibbs before the first month not to touch anything anyway, and wanted me to wait till after I got back from the galley duty anyway, and he saw did good in the galley duty too, right? Now, like I said, only you and Ben had a problem with me, right? You're the only two who could have, right? And see, what I'm going through in my life ain't the same as what you're going through in yours, right? Either. Luckily, you survived your own electrocution, right? And it's your own, right? Not mine, not mine. I'm not qualified to do anything, right? And I was told not to do anything, right? And you don't even have the balls to ask Lieutenant Guzman either, do you? And I bet you don't. You didn't even have the balls to accuse me to my face, right? If you did, it would only be in a code red. You and Ben, that would still be 2-1, right? And like I said, right, I would fight you motherfuckers, both of you. I know I would. And you know I would. You know I did. But more than likely. And like I said, you would have to beat me to knock me out, dude. But again, I would never admit what you wanted me to admit to anyone. If I didn't do it, right? And all I can do is tell you the same thing I would tell you then if you were to try to code red me on it, right? And I won't change my story ever, motherfucker. I did not touch your fucking breaker. I didn't know which breaker to touch. I don't even remember if the red tag was even hung, because I was just walking by, right? I didn't even pay attention to that either. I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to mess with anything. Not the red tag, not the breaker, not even touch the bus. And I didn't. You did. See, like I said, no. But what does that mean? You don't get your disability? It's a workman's comp, right? At least. Why have it on the job? It happened on the job, and it's called an accident. You can't act like you can't fuck up when we're all human, asshole. That's the biggest problem, right? So you're trying to blame me when I'm not even qualified to do anything yet, right? And you never worked with me to qualify me for anything but the watching the red tag, right? Well, that's the point, right? You can't work with people who won't train you and work with you. Who could? Now, then I got the Sheena, right? After 2 years of being on the ship and y'all giving me hell the whole time. Noticing that I did good where I could do the job in the heads and all that shit. And in the other divisions, right? Why? They gave me something I could actually do. And, well, if I had zero hands-on experience when I came in, guess how much I had out? 0. It never got better or worse, right? And all I'm doing now is having, like with the fan, a diagram, right? What does that mean, right? With a diagram, you can do anything, right? But my problem wasn't the diagram. My problem is while you weren't showing me what I needed to do to be a proper electrician, right? You don't think there were a bunch of red flags going off in my head? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all were adding to my stress. I was having more sleeping problems, things like that, right? And like I said, I know why you did it, and I do understand to a point, King. But you and Ben just gotta get over this shit, right? First. Then maybe I can talk to Sheena, and then maybe I can straighten some shit out in my own life, right? But if you don't admit you wrote her the letter, all I can do is try to reach her, right? Because someone is still going back shit on me if it ain't you two anymore either. Like I said, if you treat someone like a foe who just got to the ship, you make him a foe, right? Even if you're trying to do the best he can, right? And all the person can do is the best they can. With minimum training, minimum knowledge, and enough to get yourself electrocuted if you don't learn any more, right? Right? Right. All A schools can do is prepare you when you get on the ship to be trained on the ship, right? You're supposed to be trained to work on the ship when you get to the ship. All the A school is to sort of prep you for what some of the things you might encounter on the ship, right? They don't even necessarily go over everything because that's your job to teach the new guy. And you wouldn't teach me. And don't think I was scared of you and Ben. And I hope you weren't code red with me either, but like I said, I don't know. Why don't I know the car accident? Like I said, I gotta take care of you before I can take care of any other problem. And even if you're a fucking Mary Bell too, or whatever the fuck's going on, I don't know. All I know is what? This is driving me crazy. This is driving the people I'm around crazy. And it didn't start until I got around you, right? And Ben. And like I said, you're worse than high schoolers, right? Who won't grow up. Who's stuck in a delusion that I can't break or stop you from thinking it. And workman's comp is just an accident that happened on the job, and you would still get a disability if that's what you want. Or if you still want to work. I don't know what's wrong with you, right? I don't even know if you were hurt or not, right? All I know is Lieutenant Goodall was behind me. As soon as you got electrocuted and fell to the floor, I got him, right? I did what I was supposed to do, motherfucker. Or you might have died, right? If I had got Lieutenant Goodall behind me, who you didn't see, though you should have known he was there, right? Or did you forget that too? Did it give you some amnesia yourself? I mean, I wasn't the only one down there, dumbass. It's the only thing I can think of that might could have caused the tension between us and Ben. Ben took your side very early on, but no one helped me, right? No one trained me. Not the E2s or the E3s or the E4s or the E5s or the E6. You didn't train me, motherfuckers. And how the fuck am I supposed to know what to do, Chief? They're not training me. Would you know, if you got to the ship, if they only show you the red tag and the watch, what to do? If they didn't show you anymore? Chief? Or Senior Chief or Master Chief? I forget which actual rank you were. But like I said, would you know anything other than to go to the designated work area when we bumped into each other the first time? And I bet they told you, oh, he's gonna fuck up. He'll do something wrong. You'll get mad with him like we are. Didn't they? Why? They predicted it because they weren't working with me, sir. That's why, Chief. That's why. See, if they never trained me the whole time I was on the ship, how much electrical knowledge can I gain? 0. Why? Because they were making me paranoid that I'm supposed to learn on my own and I don't know exactly what to do, right? I don't know which manual to go to. I don't even know any other thing but the card that I'm reading and I can only get to the bulkhead I'm supposed to get to because I could do that, right? I could read the bulkhead to get to the right area. That's it. That's all. That's all. And I was at least doing that to try and see if there was any frayed wires or anything looked out of place, right? I still didn't know what the equipment looked like, right? I can't because, I mean, I don't have no picture of it, just the card, right? A written out ass card telling me how to do the maintenance but not what I'm working on. Well, I'm not just addressing this for me. I'm addressing this for anyone who might find themselves on a ship where no one wants to work with them too, right? In case they gotta do it alone, right? Like I did, like you did. Now, I'm trying to do my job, Chief. And Ensign. I know we got a new ensign too, right? After Lieutenant Guzman left. But like I said, right. What about you, Acevedo? First class petty officer. When we went to court that day, thanks for the support there. I appreciate that. Thanks for telling me I'm trying to tell the judge I was a piece of shit. Thanks, I appreciate that. Basically, you were. But how did I do in the other divisions where I wouldn't get electrocuted, sir? Real well. Real well. And that pissed Bennington off more. Don't tell me they weren't bad-mouthing me the whole time either. Now, you know what it means when you have itching ears as well? Someone's talking about you behind your back. Right. I need that. And what happens when you come into a room and everyone's in the room but it's suddenly silent? They were talking about you. They were talking about you. And can you work with people in that situation? No one can. No one can. That's all I know. But my biggest adversaries was King and Ben, alright? I don't know if Pastor Davis and Pastor Thomas didn't get involved either. I don't know. I don't know who did what or when, whatever happened, whenever happened. I don't know. I try to talk people out of doing the bad things, if I can. If not, they already had something that they thought would make me say what they wanted me to say, right? Trust me. They were trying to get me to make a false confession, which I would never make, under penalty of death. And I would tell them, death before dishonor. No. I won't admit what you want me to admit. I didn't do it. Even if they were code red me every night, right? And I will come every day and made it to muster on time. I don't know. But what proves I can survive it? My car accident, right? Like I said, they keep stealing my stuff, right? Certain issues, right? Certain things, right? And that means that could involve someone else, right? And again. I don't know how many people are against me now either. But I know some of it started when I was 16. And then something happened when I got to the ship. And it keeps building and snowballing. To where I'm isolated now, right? I don't know what to do, and I'm trying to protect my own family, right? And I know the best thing for me to do is sort of be a lone wolf, but a good lone wolf, like Lone Wolf McQuaid, right? See, I watch Chuck Norris movies too, motherfuckers. I learned good character from those movies, dumbass. Whether you like it or not, right? And you can't change my general character, right? That's why I'm asking for help from anyone. I don't know what the hell's going on, and I can only fight man to man. And if it's more than one, I just have to be either knocked out or attempted murdered every time, right? I don't know exactly what's going on because they're making me so paranoid and move my shit around, and I know where I put it, right? I don't have amnesia. I don't have Alzheimer's. I don't have any cognitive memory loss, right? Unless it's something they want to have happen. Again, like with Amanda. They wish that shit had happened, right? Well, again, my wife is the only one who can say it happened, not you. If I would have had to go in there to her, only she would not, right? And y'all the ones whoever it is trying to bring it out, they won't stop. They don't want to stop. And she knows why I don't know who it is, right? But she also knows I'm just making up crazy, ridiculous stories, but there should be stories, right? And see, you're not exactly charging me with a crime either, right? I'm just defending our honor, right? Our family, I'm not. And now I'm acting like that for a reason. You're the ones who are acting sure I would do that to the child, right? But how could I do that when I'm asleep on the couch and the mother's in a different part of the apartment, right? I went to bed with the child earlier. And you're talking an elaborate setup, right? One I couldn't even control properly whether it happened or not, right? And again, if I black out close to that, right? What you're then doing is trying to make me remember, but I don't totally recall. I'm guessing and putting it in different situations I might could have done. But there's no real memory there either. That's called trying to jog someone's memory who you know had a serious head trauma, right? Shortly after that, and before that, though, too, right? But just because I have a little bit of head trauma, don't mean I won't be a little bit confused, but I still try to do the right thing no matter what happens, right? And that's, I don't know which story is true, right? That might could have happened, right? But if you have a tape, whatever, you're not trying to help me, you're trying to imprison me, right? But you know, if she said, Grandma, you got to go after Grandma, not me, right? And that's just the point about the hypotheticals, right? You're at like I have any control there when I'm sleeping on the couch trying to protect my wife and the child, right? By sleeping on the couch. That's a protective move, dumbass. That's not to invite the child in there to me. And anything else would be, like I said, a conspiracy of entrapment, right? Like in Orwell's warning about the government that would try to catch you on video doing something bad, right? Well, guess what? Maybe you sort of did, maybe you sort of didn't, but maybe that popped into my mind and that's why I stopped, right? Too. I knew that was odd. Whatever I did with the child, whether I remember it fully or not, right? I'm guessing the basic things you might could do, right? But it's still a what guess, right? It's piecing together different possibilities that I know I normally do with people anyway, right? And if I'm around that to begin with, I'm confused, right? I'm acting out, is what it's called. But then I came to my senses. That's still more of a mental illness similar to bipolar than paranoid schizophrenia either. That's called temporary insanity if I was to do the second one. And it's called trying to deal with the situation if it was the first one, right? But they're both possible, right? But that's not a memory. That's putting different orders of things I might could have done, right? If the child was willing and came in there to me, right? So how many children do you know would go in there to a groggy adult about to go to sleep and let him do all that? Zero. Unless the mother or someone else was in on it. But the mother would only do it if she felt A, it was a controlled situation, and B, if something bad was to go down, she can get there quick enough to stop it, right? Right. I know that too. I know that too. So what would I have to do? Ask her one little question. Who showed you that, right? Now, if the mother was awake, who would hear it? She would. That's to eliminate Daphne if it's her. If it's her. I didn't do anything wrong. You were the only one who could have been in that situation to control it, not me, not you. That's why you're the one who would put your child in danger, not me. But I didn't do what you wanted me to do with her. I know. I would see through that charade, just like with the car accident, like I'm seeing through now. Just like with the when you wanted me to hit you, I didn't hit you. I know. Just like when you left me straight into the sea and I had to call my mom. And just like when you would have to have let Amanda come in there to me, I asked her who shared her that. She said, Grandma, right? And I know you heard that, and I know your heart sunk, because if you were recording, that would be on the tape too, right? That's why I asked her that. whatever I was doing with it, right? And if she said that, I knew I had my entrappers too, right? Even if it was the Navy themselves. But you're entrapping me, sir. That's entrapment. You know the difference, right? You're putting a mentally ill person in an unusual situation where he's about to go to sleep. And I usually fall asleep real fast, so that means I was groggy enough to go to sleep, right? If I wake up with the child in there with me, it's going to seem sort of dream-like. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And am I thinking rationally? Not quite yet. I might not even be fully conscious depending on how groggy I am, right? If you're tired enough to go to sleep, you generally go to sleep quickly too, right? So like I said, whatever I did, I'm trying to deal with the situation, not thinking quite yet fully rationally either. Now you can't always make something black and white when you're setting the person up to do it, right? That's why there's also gray areas of the law, right? That's to prevent entrapment in the Salem witch trials and also inquisitions of whether someone's a Christian, a Jew, or not. What do we have here that should qualify me, no matter what you want to believe I did or not, that you were doing the bad things and I was doing the good, right? Trying to figure out what the hell's going on, maybe making a slight mistake, but not going too far with it either. And if you said grandma showed her that, one of the grandmas is the one who could show her that, and she has 3. And like I said, my mom was in Georgia. Sal's mom might have met her a little bit, but she was living with her maternal grandma, right? Which is Daphne's mom, right? Who raised her to do that? I don't know. But I didn't. That's why I have to ask her who showed her that if she comes there for me at all. And who would hear it? Daphne. And even if she just wakes me up, I gotta ask her who showed her that. That's the point, right? You can't pretend that would be good, Daphne. That's the deal with you if it's you, right? It's not good. You're breaking the law. You're endangering your daughter and trapping your husband who is fighting off a mental illness, right? You're trying to figure out what's wrong with him too, right? Like I said, most people that are mentally ill usually do something more criminal first, right? I mean, really criminal. Like with me and Mark, where Mark talked me into going out and burglarizing with him. And I was talking about more ninjutsu shit, and he seemed to have a plan. You know what I mean? I was just talking shit. I didn't really want to know if he was serious or not, right? You know, I was just looking at it as, you know, okay, he's just fucking with me or something, right? Right. Until what? He found the house. He marked the house, right? He knew which window to go to, right? Meaning he also knew the guy that he was stealing from, right? And the guy was probably, you know, he probably screwed him, and then the guy told his parents, and the parents, in order to keep him out of trouble, told on Mark, right? And then Mark, what, told on you. Who was the rat there? Mark. And who was the other rat? The inside guy. So, guess who got in the bigger trouble because he was older? And only me. And you. But like I said, that was also around the time of the car accident, right? So I was still a little groggy and confused, and I started dating Lisa. There too, my first girlfriend who I was trying to go to the prom with and shit like that, right? I was trying to get some money, and I wasn't sure if Mark was serious or not, and like I said, and when I found out he was, it seemed too easy. So I was just sort of playing along. You know what I mean? Right. It's like he knew what he was doing, right? He knew where to go, he knew which one to go into, right? So I didn't know if it wasn't some game or something, right? So here I am, you know, going along with him, right? This is his idea, right? He went to the house he wanted to burglarize, right? He got the stuff he wanted to get from the house, right? So I'm just sort of playing along thinking it's a joke or something, right? He might even give the shit back to the person. I don't know what's going on, right? Right. I was just in a car accident, right? I'm not even sure if it's real. That's what I'm going through, right? I'm not sure. You know, I play ninja. What means I pretend to be a ninja. That's what I thought he was doing. Pretending to be a burglar. And Did I really expect us to burglarize the house? No. Why? I thought it was a game. I thought it was a game. I thought he was joking. I thought he was fucking with me about being wanting to be a ninja or something, or studying to ninjutsu, right? And I was messing with him, and I was talking about, well, you know what? I could go out and be an assassin for all the marijuana, dealers. And I'm what? Fucking with him. Fucking with him. Right? Does that mean I was serious? No, no, I'm not an assassin, but I'm fucking with him, right? I'm trying to figure out why is he even talking to me about this shit, right? I don't know what's going on, right? Until he went to the house and actually went inside, right? And then came out with the shit, right? And then it was so easy, I'm like, well, what's going on? What's going on? I mean, here I am going through the motions with Mark, and I think he's joking, right? I'm not sure he's serious. And a cop car runs by, and as he's in the house too, right? So I'm like, wow. But they didn't see us to me, because I was in my ninja outfit, dumbass. I'm not calling the cop the dumbass, I'm calling Mark the dumbass, right? He was the one doing all that, right? And the ninja outfit was black, right? And I had a black gi and I think a shirt or something around my face to represent the ninja mask, right? So I'm more in fantasy world here, right? That's the only time I got in criminal trouble, because I didn't know if it was real or imaginary there too, right? But who's entrapping me there? Mark. Who would be entrapping me if Amanda was coming in there to me? Daphne? Or maybe the whole Navy? I don't know. But like I said, if it's the whole Navy, you're entrapping me to be with a 4-year-old. You don't think that's illegal for you to do that as well? When I chose to sleep on the couch and I let them go to bed in the bedroom, see, the couch is my private area if they go to sleep in the bedroom. And the reason I'm sleeping on the couch is what? If the child were to come in there to me, even if you wanted just a glass of water, right? I could see her and react if I need to. Or she wake me up and then I get a glass of water or something, right? Now, did I expect that? Why? No. Why wasn't I? Because she's supposed to do all that with her mom. And her mom's supposed to lock the door, certain things to make sure that don't happen to the child either, right? She's not? Seriously. Now, no matter how mad you are, though, if you wanted her and she wanted to abort the child, only if you commit a felony can she abort the child? Right. I don't know that. You know that too. Right. But I wouldn't commit a felony, right? I wouldn't even really lick her. What am I doing if I were to try and do that? Yeah, she was told to let you do what you want to do. Right. Which is what? Coaching her. If someone tells the child to do whatever I want her to do, that's what? Coaching her. That's telling her to be with me, right? If you tell her to be with me and she's with me, I'm testing her after that, right? To see if you told her to be with me, right? When I asked her who should have that, she said, Grandma, that should be on the tape too, right? So I got you in your own entrapment of me. That pisses you off too, don't it, Navy? That's why Aaron Weinrep was trying to help me before y'all did that crazy shit too, right? You got her letter in July, I know. Then I went to Bethesda and they saw what I was saying too. And again, you're trying to screw me, right? And then you set up the fault, right? What happened there, right? Like you said, I know. You know you're covering your ass, not mine. I know. The only one covering my ass might be who? The real Jesus Christ. The real Jesus Christ. Because unlike your dumbasses, I'm really trying to figure this shit out, right? Because I know we must be doing something wrong with all the dying we're doing here. You don't think? You don't think. If we're all dying off like flies, and still as the grass of the field, we're still following who? Satan! Because Satan is the god of war. Satan is murdering us. and we're murdering each other in his name. And guess what? Only one person was raised from the dead because only one person is following God. And me and Jesus. All right. We're the only ones following God. And there's two now, right? I'm his second witness, right? In 2,000 years, by the way. Who he didn't show it to, like the disciples, right? Guess what kind of powers he might give me? I don't even fucking know, right? So stop messing with me, please. Before he does something to hurt you, I won't even know what it is. I won't even know what it is. I'm just warning you. You're trying to entrap me, and he knows it, right? And he knows what it is like to be entrapped himself, and be put in a mock trap, right? Think about what you're doing next time before you do it, or you fuck with my shit anymore, right? Someone's fucking with it. This shit don't happen to everyone daily, right? Where they're having all kind of shit going wrong on purpose, right? Where you have to screw the valve out, right? The release valve, right? For the air to even come out, and even then the cat's supposed to hold it on there, right? It's just to pop off. And if I was slowing down and come up to the red light, and it happened, and where I heard the pop anyway, right? And I was driving all day, that's sabotage. You know, I don't know certain things in the military anyway. C4, a little bit of C4 could do that, or a gunshot, right? But if you shot the tire, who fixed the tire? If you blew up the tire, who fixed the tire? Jesus. He's the one who could have. I didn't even know what you would be doing that day, right? And I'm a normal human being. But this is like, what? The gold coin from the fish. The gold coin from the fish. It's why you can't see a unicorn, sir. If you were to, you would cut off his horn and kill it right away, wouldn't you? You're such a cold bastard, that's probably what you do. You know what I mean? You have gone so batshit that the Lord probably can't even save you. Because you're not a schizophrenic enough to believe in the Lord, right? That's what you consider us now, ain't it? Schizophrenics. And whoever came up with this term did so to hurt the Christians as well. Like I said, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And you're targeting me because I think I'm a prophet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But you also know I'm not the only one. But you also know I'm different than everyone else too. I know. I have real talent. I have real hoopla. I know. Right, Jews? And I'm really exercising my what? Freedom of religion, right? And freedom of what? Speech. And freedom of copyright infringement, I know. By teaching the music, right? And I can teach a whole song if you have 11 songs on the fucking album. A whole song. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I'm not breaking your rules. You are. Whole point. Now, are we going to drop this charade, right? Where you're trying to entrap me because of Ben, King, and Sheena? Now, Sheena, like I said, was on her ship. I know the Navy don't allow abortions unless the person commits a what? Felony. I know that was what Daphne was probably trying to do, make me commit a felony with her daughter. You know I know that, stupid. Alright. See, I'm trying to defend you, but I can't anymore, right? I'm trying to let it go, but I can't anymore. You won't. You're the one who has the fuller memory, right? Because I wouldn't even remember that shit, right? And I told you what, the amnesia from the three-story fall, right? And I would try to sweep all that under the rug anyway and forget it, right? Some things is better off forgot, right? And that brief encounter, I wouldn't think about it again, right? But who's trying to make me? The Navy or you? The Navy or you? Because someone put you up to it, and it would either be the Navy or you yourself, or one of the grandmas, right? If she said grandma, only 3 possible suspects there, right? And there's always what? Three. And Daphne. But I'm sleeping on the couch. You can't prove I wasn't. And I told that to the chief on base. See, that's what I mean about evidence. When you charge someone with a crime, right? you must prove it really happened, or you're doing the Salem witch trials all over again, right? And you are, and you are. That's all that is. You must prove I had the intent. See, if I went into the bedroom, brought men in there to me, yeah, but I would just go to sleep hoping Daphne would lock the door. And the only reason I might leave the light on is in case Amanda woke up in the middle of the night, might need to go to the bathroom or something, right? Right. Who am I looking out for then? Daphne and Amanda, right? Whatever made Daphne go FUBAR on me, for where she was willing to do that, right? It had to do with her mom, right? Her real mom, right? Not my mom, her mom. Mm-hmm. Why do you think she married me to get her daughter in there? To get her daughter in there, right? Why do you think she was all, once she got her down there, she was doing all that shit, right? Trying to get rid of me, right? Maybe even murder me. Seriously. Or get me in a felony, or get you in a felony. Well, I would know that too. I would know that too. So who's taking it for granted? Daphne, right? And who didn't want to have my son? Probably Daphne, right? And who was using me to get her daughter down there? Daphne. And who was using me to entrap me? Daphne, right? And who will go to jail for this shit? Daphne. And maybe her mom. And maybe her mom. Because she's why she did it all. And the child named Grandma. And can I prove it? No. It's still what he said, she said. He said, right? Because all I can do is try to figure out why she's doing this, right? But it has to be Daphne. It has to be Daphne. On this end. Now, Sheena, and like I said, if she got pregnant, I don't know what she would do, but that don't mean she did or not. I wouldn't even know, right? Why? She got pissed off. Now, I know this, though. If she's on that ship, only way she can abort it is what? Throw herself down a flight of the stairs. The stairs. And how many times would she have to do it before she would kill the child? I don't know. It all depends on when she found out if she was pregnant or not, right? Now, whose fault would that be? Sheena's. Why? Because she listened to some crazy prophetess from her church, and then Ben Campbell, or King, or both of them, conspired to break us up. Sheena. That's all I can think happened there, right? Because on my end, I only was writing her normal letters and telling her about having the dreams, stuff like that, and Christmas at church, things I didn't get to talk to her about before, right? Because we had a 3-day fling, right? Including sex the second day, right? Under the tree, right? Now don't tell me, Sheena, if Daphne got pregnant right away, you couldn't have got pregnant right away. Right? I'm trying to close that chapter. Mary Bell's another chapter, right? Two, I'm trying to close that chapter. Molly's a chapter. I was trying to be your boyfriend, right? Be a good man to you, right? But none of you are letting me. Why? I can't have a girlfriend if none of you want to stay with me either, and you're making it up. You're half fucking me and raping me too, right? Yeah, you are. It's reverse. And like I said, you're really, in a way, falling in love with me, but you're also, in a way, rebelling from that love, right? You're not 100% committed, right? You're going back and forth. For instance, Mary Bell was either over at Steve's trying to make it work out with her and her mom, or apart, right? So I don't know what the hell's going on there. That would confuse any man. Now, yes, I tried to stay faithful to her. I tried to be a good boyfriend to her too. But what happened, right? I was so confused and had to move back to Georgia because I was out in the Navy, right? I couldn't really support myself in Virginia. And again, I had to move home. And, she had promised to do certain things with me too, but didn't. And, so how would you feel? How would you feel? She didn't love you. She didn't love you either. She didn't believe in the signs. She called them coincidences, right? It's not as though I don't give a person a choice, Maribel. They're getting two, right? You made me give you a choice of breaking up with you, right? That's what you made me feel like you wanted to do, so I did it. I did it. And each woman I had to react to differently too, right? But who has set me up with them, right? Daphne recognized me. Maribel recognized me. Gina came up to me with her friend, and it was all like clockwork. And like I said, y'all came on to me, right? Y'all fucked me. I was trying to make a relationship, and y'all fucked that up for me. And, not me. The only one who could have wrote Sheena a bad letter was Benner King. And I'm naming them. And if I'm going through all that shit, would I not hear voices with Sheena? Yes. Why? The stress. The stress. And she quit writing me, and I'm like, well, why she quit writing me? Then I start writing her more, trying to figure out what happened, right? I know I got 3 letters from her, and the only ones who could have signed those letters was besides me is your shipmates. They went on that, alright? And that was what? Prove you weren't gay to Ben and King, right? Again, they're trying to what? Get you off the fucking ship. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And King's turning them all against me by saying I electrocuted you, right? Ancient. See, I can't come out with all this all at once either, I know. Because it's not normal. What you're accusing me of. It doesn't happen the way you want it to have happened, right? You are having to invent how it happened too, because you were knocked the fuck out, dumbass, with 450 volts. And I think the amperage on the fucking bus is 10,000 fucking amps. You're lucky I was there and wanted to do it, this motherfucker. And Jesus might save your life. Because I believe, and a lot of people really do. And yes, guess who got Lieutenant Guzman behind me? I saved your life, not tried to let you, dumbass. I don't care whether you believe me or not. But if it wouldn't have been for me getting Lieutenant Guzman, who knew what to do, your ass would have probably died, right? Within 2 to 3 minutes, right? But because I cared, not thinking you would even blame me, right? Because I didn't know what to do anyway. And the only one who could have blamed me is you, and Ben, and you turned Ben against me first. Did you train me? Can you work if you're not being trained? No. Because you don't know what to do. Am I trying? Yeah. I'm trying. That's all you can do if they want to show you what to do. Like I said, it's like when my friends Myron and David wanted me to work on the truck, did they give me the workbook to show me where they're at? No. Did they tell me what to do? No. So what can I do? Just stand there waiting for them to tell you what to do. Right? David and Myron? Assholes? You're not a good friend either. You're not a good friend either. I thought you were. But you made me pay you money and shit like that for gas and shit like that. It's not as though you gave it. I didn't ask you, yeah, I need to ride with diesel or whatever. But again, you made us pay. You made me pay you for gas and all that. So I paid my own way, right? Right. So like I said, but we were supposed to be friends, right? But if you don't show your friend what to do, Myron, you're the one being a dick. Not me. Not me. And you're still being a dick to me. You and David both. Now, like I'm trying to explain to David too, right? The reason I hit Angel is distress on the ship, right? But that's not my normal behavior. Even though Allie was talking about Myron, I just put my foot in her face. I don't normally hit people, right? Unless I'm under a lot of stress. And I'm sorry I did that too. That's all I can do is say sorry. I didn't mean to do that, right? And that's not my normal behavior. That's because I'm being made paranoid. Everyone's trying to call me names. A pedophile, homosexual, in the Navy, sir. And we know each other well enough to I'm not lying, David. Do I lie a lot? No. No. Do I try to hide shit? If I do something, how fast do I say I'm sorry? Immediately. Do I hold grudges? No. Do I not try to work it out with people? Only you and Myron know the real shame. The real shame. Russell too, right? Donald too. Ray too. Y'all know me the best because y'all are the ones I was around the most, right? Of course, Mom and Big Rod. Like I said, everyone's acting weird now. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know how to deal with it. Everyone's flying off the handle. Even my mom got mad because I was going to give her 20 on the 29th and the 50 on the 1st. And I was trying to make sure she understood. I did send, again, the check, right? Through the mail, right? I'm trying to figure out what happened to it, and I'm paranoid about it, right? But she gets an attitude and gets mad with me and starts asking, like I want to even give her the money, right? Well, then it turns into an argument, right? And I get scared of her and I walk away because I'm getting scared of everybody, right? Even my own family, right? I feel like everyone's turning against me and I don't have any friends, right? And I feel alone and isolated, like I'm on a ship, right? I just feel like I'm still in the Navy and can't get out that cycle, right? How would you feel? How would you feel? And they're telling me no one cares, and I know. I'm the only one who has to care for me. I don't know if I am or not. Right? I hope you're just, fucking with me a little bit, just unscrewing the cap or whatever, taking my keys or whatever. Though how? Though, how can you get into my house if I'm awake and take the keys and me find them missing and then look for them all through the house and then go on YouTube saying I can't find my keys or something missing again, right? Or break my Mustang key from the keychain where the part of the key is still on the keychain that holds the key to the keychain. But the key is broken then, right? Then I broke the other to demonstrate the only way you could do that is what? Manually. And I didn't break it. So who broke it? Someone did something to me to break it and tried to do something to me, right? I don't know what it was. But did I do it to myself? No. And I don't expect anyone to help me. But I think something is, and you don't like it either. Something you can't see. Called maybe Jesus Christ by. But I think I'm calling it by a different name. Yahihu Ikad, who the he. I think that's really in our terms. Right? Yahu he Akkad, who the he. Are they trying to kill me? Please help me, my God and Savior, my Goddess and Savior, whatever you are, and the Spirit that raised you from the dead. Because I'm trying to understand all this, what's happening to me. As would anyone. Bye.